Hey, what's up, O fans? Sam here again with Olight Canada. Now, we've already talked about what Team Titanium has to look forward to in this 15th anniversary flash sale, but today's episode is all about Team Copper. Now, these are the copper lights that I have in my collection, but it's time to add two more. Starting with my everyday carry light of choice, the Warrior Mini 2 in raw copper. Can't wait to get this thing out of the box and into my pocket. This one's going to be really fun to carry around. Now this light, I'll tell you, I never leave home without it. Of course, I always carry an i1R2 Pro on my keychain, so I never leave home without that. And I always have a Seeker 3 Pro in my backpack, so I never leave home with that either. But the Warrior Mini 2 is always in my front right pocket, ready to go. It makes an excellent EDC option. It's got all the brightness that you ever need, and it's got all of the beam distance that you could want to carry in a compact light in your front pocket. And the copper really takes it up a notch. Now, this has been made in titanium. There's even a brass one floating around out there. There's only a few of those. But now, the copper version comes to light and is really accessible to anybody who wants one. So be sure to check this out on the sale. Again, it comes in a bag to prevent any premature oxidization. Let's get it out of the bag so we can show you what it's all about. This one comes with the black accents, which I think is very cool. And as we remove it from the bag, we see that this light is incredibly well machined. You can see that this knurling is incredibly sharp and precise. That's what I like about copper, is you can really tell that the metal really takes nicely to this manufacturing process. You can see really subtle lines that have been polished out after the milling process, of course, but look at that wonderful external finish. Absolutely shiny, absolutely perfect, just like the sexiest penny you can imagine. If you don't know what a penny is, I suggest you Google it. Now, I want to mention that it is a little bit heavy in the pocket, but that's because it's made of copper. It's meant to feel substantial in your hand. You're meant to really know that you're carrying something very special. It's even just slightly more heavy than the titanium versions, and it is noticeably heavier than any aluminum version that you have. And here are the accessories. It comes with this grip ring that's designed to work with this secondary clip, and it goes around your thumb just like that. You can also use it to clip it to a pack if you choose to. You also get the lanyard, which can be clipped into this secondary clip or into the pocket clip, whichever you prefer, and it comes with the MCC3 fast charger. Now, I've been carrying a Warrior Mini 2 since it came out. Seen here in Mountain Sky, this was the one that I carried around for about a year, and I still carry it when I think that my light might be subject to hard use or damage. This is the one that I really like to carry around when I am sort of looking for a fight, as it were. But if you look at this one, you can see that this one is sort of next level in its brilliance and its beauty. This one is definitely not going to get the rough kind of treatment that my Mountain Sky edition once got. This one's going to be carried on special occasions, and it's going to have a really proud place on my Warrior Mini 2 shelf. Let's show you that now. Now, if you're familiar with my studio, you may have already noticed that this is the shelf where I keep my limited edition Warrior Mini 2. Besides the orange ones, these are all titanium. There's a few really exclusive ones in there, but this new edition of the copper Warrior Mini 2, I think is going to be right at home, right here in the middle, being all shiny, and it's kind of like the jewel in the cap of the collection at the moment. Now I just got to figure out where to put the box. Now, I should mention that just because I keep my limited edition metals on a shelf doesn't mean that you can't carry around yours. They're all built to the exact same standards of durability and capability as any other model. So more power to you if you want to carry around your limited editions. They're absolutely good to go. Now, I will be carrying around the copper version for a couple of reasons. The first reason is the patina. It starts off as a shiny penny, just like all these other lights did, but as you subject it to different uses and different environments, and as you carry it around in your hand and in your pocket, the light will begin to show its age over time. And after a while, it really tells the story of where the light's been and what it's done for you. And I really like that property of raw copper. The other physical property I really enjoy is its heat dissipation. Now, if you have an aluminum light and you use it on turbo, the light's going to get hot, and a lot of that heat is going to stay near the head of the light where the heat is generated. But with a copper light, copper is such a good conductor of energy, that's why we use it in electrical wiring. Well, the same principle is true of heat dissipation. Instead of that heat staying in the head of the light, that heat will disperse through the whole body of the light, warming up the whole body evenly, and thereby protecting the electronics in the head of the light from any excess heat. So not only is copper a durable metal that shows its age over time, but it also protects the delicate internals from excess heat, which will make your light live a longer life in general. Now, I know for sure that there are a ton of O fans out there that can't wait to add the copper version to their Warrior Mini 2 collection. But what if you don't have a Warrior Mini 2 yet? Is the copper version a great one to start with? Well, you'll always remember your first, and the copper one is sure to leave an impression. There's only two things to consider. One is the weight. If your previous EDC was a Baton 3, you're definitely going to notice the increased weight. Now, if your previous EDC was a Warrior 3, well, then the extra heft of the Copper Warrior Mini 2 will be right at home in your front pocket. The only other thing to consider is some people react badly to copper. Some people say there's a smell associated with that. I don't have any particular reactions to copper in that way, so I don't have that problem. It's all down to your personal preference. So thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel. After 15 years of making excellent flashlights, Olight will continue to make new and exciting models in the future, and I'm always happy to talk about them. Thanks for watching.